Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday. It's a little bit after 10 o'clock. We are going to make today work for whatever it takes. We had another bad day yesterday, didn't hit our daily goal for Saturday. We did about $3,200 in sales. The good thing is the sale that we ran on the dot items at $1 did generate a lot of interest and a lot of sales. So now we're going to just continue that. We're not going to stop this momentum. We're going to keep everybody informed with the deals that we're going with some signage. So I put something up here, and then I put one up over here. And basically, I know it's only a few signs, but something that we didn't do before. There's one over there. You can kind of see it on the pole. And then here's one right here. So this is going to let our customers know more visually and remind them. We did a one for the dollar dot items as well up here right above it. And then what I also did was I took some bins, and then we're going to do our items that we were selling for 50 cents before. Now we're going to do them 3 for $1. So the key to this, what I saw was keeping it fresh, and I'll show you in a little bit what we how we're doing that in the back. I had a customer that told me that they did get a visual of new stuff when they came in yesterday. She bought some more stuff. She was glad to see that it wasn't like stagnant inventory. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to kind of take that feedback and roll with it. Basically all the stuff throughout the week. I'm actually thinking about still doing the bag day. I haven't done that yet, but we're going to see how it goes this week. You know, I'm not going to put urgency on the sale for Wednesday. I think I'm just going to do urgency for the sale every day. And hopefully that will give us some more traction. We have the boxes back here. They're all by dots here. I'm going to still continue to do it this way, but I think going forward, we're going to choose one dot color and just roll with that. Now we're starting to talk about like how we're going to liquidate the store. And I think what we're going to do is there's a lot of inventory back here that needs to be gone through. We're going to create color dots for each vendor. And that's going to allow us at the point of changing all the pricing in the system to have it to, you know, more organized. As you can see here, this is all cleared out. So we're ready for another load. I can fit a whole truckload here from here all the way to there, to that back row right there. I can fit a whole truckload of 26 pallets. So I'm gonna have this ready for a truckload. This is all clothes or shoes that we need to put in the eBay, and then we're gonna start slating stuff and start putting them in watermelons, stacking it up and clearing this up, because what's happening is we keep this big mess back here, and it's hard to understand what's going on. So we're just gonna do it one watermelon at a time. So that's some feedback that I want to give you guys on if you're doing clothing, get a system going, because as you can see, it was a nightmare back here. Now it's kind of getting cleaned up. So all this stuff needs to be hung. These are going to go out at flat pricing, all these ornaments. Same with the wreaths. And then all this stuff right here, there's some 50-cent items in here. This is all going to be put out into those little bins I just showed you. So this is a watermelon that's almost done. There's another watermelon over there, and then all the rest of them are over there. So during the week, as we have our downtime in between processing our club load and just in case we get a truckload, that's going to be our project. So I think they got this cart here ready to go. We separated it to get it ready. So I think we're going to get that out. This is all the garbage now. So keep in mind, 26 pallets, 6 feet. You're going to get some trash. And if you're asking what a high piece count trash looks like, this is as far as we're at right now. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to get to a full size 6-foot Gaylord size. So got some more Christmas back here. This needs to be gotten to the floor. What we're going to do is just focus on getting all the stuff out of the nook and crannies. I have a gondola back here on wheels. That guy right there, he was using HiBid for HiBid. We actually stopped the HiBid because the last two HiBid auctions we had did not yield the amount that would make it worth it. So these are on wheels, which are nice. We're going to use this gondola as a clearance gondola. So everything that's on there right now, we're going to put stupid prices on it and put it on the sales floor. And then once this gets emptied, all this stuff right here that's back here is going to get put on the sales floor with stupid prices on it. So that's going to be part of transitioning into our store liquidation events. And right now with the sales, we're not going to do the step down yet until we can make the announcement, because I don't want this to turn into a free-for-all for everybody. I want to do it strategically. And I think we also have an idea where in the meantime, not this week, but I think next weekend, we're gonna do some kind of deal where we get like one of those spin the win things, and we're gonna put like a few different options for additional discount, and then we're gonna do it if they spend over $100. So that would help us get to the $100 average price per sale goal, because that's what my goal is going to be when we start liquidating. I want to see $100 per sale at least on my average. Right now we're actually under $40, which we've never been this low before, and I do attribute that to the low ticket items that we're selling now. We also have this problem with all this Christmas back here. I do have a bunch of club stuff back here, but we also have stuff from last year and the year before. So that's the stuff that I need to figure out, what's the best way of doing it. I think what we're going to do is just do flat pricing on trees at a certain point. What I want to do is kind of move through this stuff first. This is all my good inventory. I think heaters, it's time to start coming out because it was a little chilly this morning. I had some people asking about garage heaters, so we got a bunch of those. So yeah, so we're gonna start digging those out. We actually have these pallets here. It's these five, or no wait, that's 7 or 8. This is all heaters, so that's gonna have to be undone. Smaller heaters. We have this thing where we stack everything up to save space, because when I gave up my other location, my warehouse, that was 3,700 square foot of inventory that came into this building to fill us up. So yeah, so all the nooks and crannies need to be gone through. All these death piles, we just need to start undoing them and just putting stupid prices on it and just getting rid of the stuff. My goal actually is to see what we can liquidate before moving out. I'm thinking that once we start getting going, it's good. The sales are going to increase, and we also got to just make sure if we do run out of inventory before the time comes, we're going to have to do something differently just so we can move through inventory. And probably the bin model is something I will adapt to at that time, but right now we're just trying to focus on this. And there's also idea to take my eBay stuff and liquidate that, and then when we get to the new spot, the next step, we're just going to start with the vintage and then maybe get back into liquidation listing. But I think the name of the game right now is just get as much capital as we can and make it so we don't have to do any moving. So that's kind of like my thought, is maybe if we just liquidate even the eBay stuff too as well. So we're going to figure that out and see how much sense that's going to make, because I have a ton of inventory back there, guys. There's an astronomical amount of inventory that could yield some cash, some fast cash. But the problem is a lot of the clothes and a lot of the shoes that are back there, we are doing better margin on eBay than we would in the store. But once you turn it into a numbers game, it might just make sense just to get one big cash out and then start fresh. I think the idea is to get rid of all these shelves that are not on wheels, and I think anything that's on wheels is coming with us. Anything that's not on wheels, that's going to get liquidated. And some would say, those are nice shelves. These ones right here are actually pretty nice. These are powder coated, pretty nice. I think those are from Costco. And I paid retail on pretty much most of these black ones, and then these other ones we kind of got cheaper because we just kind of bought them secondhand. But I don't want to deal with any of these. These are If you guys have used these before, you'll know that these are pain in the butt. Getting them all lined up, and then you got that problem up there where the things come off there. I just don't want to deal with it. I like rolly racks that are the wire ones. Those are my favorite. If anything, we could just shrink wrap the inventory on it and just roll it onto the box truck or the 53 footer when we go to move. But that's kind of the idea. So yeah, all these fixtures we got to figure out. And then we also got to figure out the space that we need. So I think what we're going to do is also, just as if we don't do the liquidation of the eBay, we're going to measure this whole space here. We're going to see how many square feet we have, and then we're just going to add like another truckload onto that, because who knows how much inventory we're going to be bringing with us. Yeah, even those racks are going to get liquidated. These in here, maybe the plastic ones I'll keep because those are easy to move around, but like all these ones on wheels, these are the ones I'm going to keep. So as you can see, we're a little bit cleaner in the eBay area. I did have some straightening up by my warehouse guy, and now we got a nice aisle here. We can kind of breathe now, but now we got another death pile. So death piles are kind of like a thing in this industry. It's best just to try to keep it under control as best as you can. That's my recommendation. Yeah, so that's where we're at with this. We did have some orders packed up yesterday. I think we were up to like 30. All those are done. I think we woke up to 18 today. So hopefully we get some more sales from eBay, because I really feel like the eBay needs to be looked at, and I haven't had a chance to do that yet. So just a snapshot back here. This area kind of got cleared out too. This was not like this a week ago. This was all filled with stuff. So yeah, so we gotta kind of just keep plugging through everything. We're taking to-do lists daily, and we're working off of that. So we're trying to be organized with it. I do have death piles even in this corner right here. I mean, this is about 500 pounds of gas lines and hoses, and then this underneath this is some more plumbing, and then back there, all that back there, that's all like this is all like key sets, quick sets, and all that. So here's inventory right here, just sitting back there. Snow blowers, this is what I got left of our 60-volt electric guys, and just death piles. There's another death pile right there, and I'm just looking at so much money right now just sitting that needs to just move. So yeah, hangers. So yeah, we got a little bit cleaned out back here too. And I think this area right here, we're gonna have to kind of go through that this week. So I have somebody that comes one time a week to help us. So I've been having her kind of plug through this stuff here. So just having a game plan, guys. That's the start. When you're up against some numbers that are, seem to be unreachable, you just gotta just start thinking ahead and getting all the inventory out that you can, and then just start rolling it with it like that. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Kind of cleanup week. I don't have any loads on the horizon as of yet, but tomorrow we should have those drops for a Tuesday pickup from our club store, and then we'll just kind of just see what we got. And then the processing time seems to be getting quicker, so that helps. And we're basically going to just take the week, make sure that we get the stuff out that we need to get out, but then start plugging away at all these little nuisances around the store. So yeah, so just let me know if you have any feedback. Let me know if you have any ideas for how we can capture some more sales. Any sales that you're running that you see that are working out for you. If you're thinking about getting into this industry, this is kind of like my theme. First of all, think twice, don't do it. And if you do it, make sure that you have a plan for everything. Don't think that those pallets that you see on YouTube breakdowns are actually real, because I can tell you right now, there's a lot of stuff that they're they're not telling you. And just based on what I know in the industry, getting, you know, a $5,000 or $6,000 pallet, or even a $3,500 pallet for spending $500. I don't see that happening. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me where you're. If I'm wrong, tell me where you're getting it from, because so I can try it out. Because I mean, obviously, what we're doing is not yielding the margins that other people are doing. So I don't get it. I even think that it's just the area that I'm in. I think that um, the liquidation is not really something that everybody's understanding, for one. And then another thing too is some people just don't care for saving money because they just spend, so who knows, that's where I'm at. So yeah, let me know. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys.